Hey everyone, welcome back to Pokémon Insurgence. I hope everybody is staying happy, healthy, and safe. On the last part, we continued on our journey, and we made our way to Nara Town, where we had a nice little cutscene with Mauld, who is the old man that got taken over by the Deoxys virus, and he told us that if we wanted to see something interesting, we would come to the Shade Forest Darkrai base. We kind of ignored that, and we instead backtracked around with Heart Swap, and we got a lot of cool Pokemon, some interesting items, things like that. But now we are ready to head to the Darkrai base. Or we would be if I didn't have a new team to show off. So I trained up a lot of new members. This guy's kind of been trained up. He's been waiting to be used, and he will be used soon, I think. So let's kind of take a look at them. So we have Metang over here. Also, I'll be evolving them in just a second right here. So we have the Poison Touch, we have Sticky Webs, Toxic, Earthquake, X-Scissor. We have the Mischievous. I've already given it the Life Orb because it has Magic Guard, so it can take advantage of that. It has Calm Mind, Thunderbolt, Moonblast, and Blizzard. I think that's alright. I probably could have just given it 4 different attacks, but if I can get a Calm Mind off on something, I can tear up an entire team. We have Poniard here, so it has Aerial Ace, Drain Punch, Bulk Up, and High Jump Kick. And finally, we have the Growlithe. Actually, I need to fix its moves, but for now, it has Sword Stance and Outrage. I'll be fixing them once I evolve this. Also, Mew really hasn't changed. I think I gave Mew something new, though. Yeah, I gave an Amnesia, so Mew is just kind of support. So we are going to evolve some of these Pokemon right here and right now. So I'm just going to find some of the rare candies that I kind of keep on hand. We're going to start with Metang. So that is the Delta Metagross. It's kind of terrifying. It kind of scares me. So this is going to be the Delta Bisharp. Delta Bisharp actually looks really cool. I really like it. It's probably one of my favorite Delta designs. And the other two we actually have to evolve using a Shiny Stone, which thankfully I bought ahead of time. So I'm just going to go ahead and scroll down here. They're probably at the bottom. Also, you'll notice that we have the crystal piece right here. You should have that. So I'll use a Shiny Stone on the Mischievous. And that'll give us a Mismagius. We've kind of already seen this before in the wild, so it's not that much of a surprise. And this will give us a Delta Arcanine, which is actually pretty cool looking. It's definitely got those Eastern Dragon vibes, which I really like. So as I was mentioning earlier, because we've evolved the Arcanine, we can actually give it some new moves. So I want to go ahead and go over here to the Mover Learner. And I'm going to be giving it, I think it's Extreme Speed, since we can get that on it now. So I have Sword Stance, Outrage. I'll be getting rid of Metal Burst, and then I actually want to go into my TMs, and I want to give it another move as well. So I think I'm going to give it Fire Blast. This Pokemon doesn't have a way to hit Steels, really, until it gets Earthquake, and unfortunately, Earthquake is still a little bit away. However, Arcanine has a decent base 100 special attack, so it can use Fire Blast instead. So if any Steels want to give it trouble, then we can just kind of melt those. And that's pretty much it for the team. They actually look really, really good. I'm really excited, really happy to use them. Also, I don't think I mentioned it, but I did switch its attack over to Intimidate as well. So that's the team. I actually want to start off with a Metagross. Yeah, that's right. It looks absolutely terrifying. I would not mess with this thing. So, as mentioned earlier, we are going to be heading into the Shade Force base. I kind of want to pop a repel. The Shade Force base and undertake the cutscene there. It would be a point of no return, but in the current updated version, that's not the case anymore. I'm still going to go over what I will be taking with me. So in my PC, I actually have two things that are pretty important for trades over there. We have a Meryl, that's at level 1. Doesn't have to be a Meryl, it just has to be a level 1 Pokemon. There's a ton of different egg sellers across Torren. You could just buy an egg, go over to the chemical person that's in Vipek City, and hatch the egg instantly. And then I have a Dragon type, which is going to be the Axew that we caught early game. He is not going to be staying with us, unfortunately. He's going to be trade fodder. So with all that said and done, let's go ahead and head on into the Shade Forest and head on over here to the Shade Forest base. I want to point out that unless you talk to Mald in Naratown, then the stairs right here aren't going to appear for you. So we kind of just want to head in here. You'll also remember that we can transform into a Darkrai cultist if we're inside of the base here. That kind of messes up the music for some reason. Alright, so I actually kind of took a break and I tried to fix the music. It did not want to be fixed, so chances are I'll probably just put whatever background music from the game folders that I can in the background, and hopefully that sounds alright. So we kind of want to come up here to this floor. You don't actually have to be disguised as a Darkrai cultist, you could just be yourself. I also want to point out that if you use Seed Flare on the water right here, you can surf back here and you can actually find a Master Ball. So there are two Pokemon that I recommend keeping this Master Ball for, and there's also multiple Master Balls, so just kind of keep it in mind. I will let you know when you should use it. Trust me, there are some certain Pokemon that you really want to save that Master Ball for, otherwise you may suffer just a little bit. So now we can head on up here and have a bit of a cutscene. It's been a while since we were here last. My friends, it's been one long ride. Years and years of developing machines, studying Pokemon and the world, all to help Darkrai see how loyal we really are. But every day, every time we introduce ourselves to Darkrai, it abandons us. It flees. Runs away to my sister. All of that changes today. In my right pocket, I have the Pokeball that holds the magnet that lures Darkrai away. Urselia, Darkrai's legendary full moon counterpart. Is the machine working? Do we have a link on Darkrai? I think so. Yes, miss. Excellent. Tonight, my friends, we have bargaining power. We have leverage over Darkrai. This is our chance to achieve everything we've ever wanted. To find Darkrai. Let's do it. This is our chance, everyone. Let's begin. Activate the machine. I'm not going to beguile you with compliments like last time. This is the third time we've met. This time, you ignored me. You ran off to my sister. That was the night Icy escaped. And we all know what happened the first time. We nearly found the cure to immortality. That was the day Jarn, you, and I got rid of the first augur. And if Mew didn't come in at the last minute to rescue our prisoner, we might have finished him off for good. I can tell you don't want to be here, but I feel I should warn you. Leave. and your little friend here. Won't ever leave her Pokeball again. All I have to do is damage it a bit. Then the release mechanism will be broken. Do you hear me, Darkrai? Make a move. Do anything I don't like and your friend's going to be stuck. You know, in my new world, I plan to make the abuse of Pokemon illegal. Oh look, it's the orphan and the codger. This kind of stuff is disgusting. You can't go around like this. Heard it before. It's funny that you two showed up. I guess I should have expected resistance. And don't think I haven't noticed you hiding there, I see. I just want to point out that even if you're disguised as a Darkrai cultist, she'll still notice you. It doesn't really matter. It seems everyone's come to see the full glory of the cult of Darkrai. Release it, Persephone. I'd die before I see another legendary Pokemon get enslaved by humans. I mean, that can be arranged, if you really want. You folks are immortal, right? Side effect of the virus? We have a way around that. It's like a loophole. It's fun. I've accomplished my goals. Let me pay it forward. Don't you worry. I'm not evil anymore. I've gotten Darkrai. Darkrai, send them to the Dream Realm. Specifically Ices. We'll finish the job we started. Darkrai, I'm warning you. Fine. Now you little jerk. Do as I say. Send them to Icy's Dream Realm. Wait. No, not the cultist. Not me. Only the freaks. So it looks like it sent everybody to the Dream Realm, which is pretty unfortunate. You can kind of wander around here, get a feel for the place. It's actually pretty cool. This is probably my favorite part of the game. However, you'll also notice this little spot of light. So there's a rift here and we can see light from it. And we can actually return to the Cult of Darkrai's base and just kind of mess around. We can go back, we can do whatever we need to. It's really weird, but it's also really cool. This didn't exist in previous versions of the game. You would come here, you could get trapped, you could have a horrible time, and not be able to go back, but now you can kind of fix that. So if you need to go back, you need to train up, or anything like that, you now can. But I think we're pretty good, so I'm just going to keep moving forward. So we're just going to move down here. What is this? Is this the Dream Realm? Are you serious? A dream sequence? How cliche can you get? Are we really doing this? And it's basically the Nightmare Realm too. Everything's black and red. It's so edgy. I mean, I guess it makes sense, given that it's Darkrai and all, but still. I can't believe it. Of course this would happen. The one time everything's going right for me. One time I had Darkrai. And under my control too. Unbelievable. This is your fault, Icy. Somehow, you're behind the reason I'm in your stupid, edgy mind dimension. I'm gonna tear you to pieces and find my way out of here. Consider this payback. I'm going to love every minute of this. It's kind of funny that she's not too into the edginess, but that's fine. We're here with another Persephone battle. This time she's switched up her team just a little bit. we see here she has the Spiritomb. It has Noctum, so it set up the New Moon field. Has the Spiritomb, so it's going to have Tough Claws in just a minute. Has Sucker Punch, Shadow Sneak, Shadow Claw, and Will-O-Wisp. So I'm just going to go for the Sticky Web right here. It doesn't affect most of her team, but it's still pretty nice. And after that, I can actually immediately go for the Toxic right here. I think the fun thing about this Mega Spiritomb right here is it tries to go for Sucker Punch a lot, which means I can just spam Toxic and it can't actually hit me, or rather it won't hit me. I know at some point it does get a little bit smart and it starts using its other moves, but not right now. So we've actually stalled out the New Moon field, which is pretty nice for us as well. So I think I might just go for Earthquake right now. It was gonna happen eventually. So I think at this point I might go for Bisharp. Or I might actually send out Mew first so I can taunt it. I think that's actually what I want to do here. So I'll sacrifice Mew. That way I can go ahead and taunt the Spiritomb. And I can get off a Bulk Up. As I Mega Evolve. So we actually took that pretty well. So I'll go for a second Bulk Up right here. And then we can finish it off with an Aerial Ace right there. So she tried to send in her Gengar. It has Levitate for an ability, has Life Orb for an item, has Sludge Bomb, Dazzling Gleam, Shadow Ball, Destiny Bond. It's kind of annoying to deal with. But that's completely fine. So next up we have the Metagross. Has Clear Body for an ability, has Choice Band for an item, has Meteor Mash, Ice Punch, Zen Headbutt, and Hammer Arm. So I am just going to High Jump Kick this. Easy. Very, very easy. Next up she has Alakazam right here. Thankfully we have these Sticky Webs to lower its speed. It has Magic Guard for an ability, it has a Focus Sash, which is kind of unfortunate. A Psyshock, Energy Ball, Focus Blast, and Shadow Ball. So, unfortunately, I could go for the Drain Punch right here, which I will, and heal off a lot of HP, but it's probably going to knock me out. Alright. Actually, I didn't think about that, but Psyshock actually targets your physical defense. So, it actually worked out for me. After that, we have the Hydraegon here. Has Levitate for an ability, has the Expert Belt for an item, has Dark Pulse, Fire Blast, Draco Meteor, and Roost. So this could do a lot of damage, but it doesn't even matter. It's gone. So she'll send out the Spiritomb. It doesn't really matter. Spiritomb is pretty much gone. And finally, she will send out the Houndoom. So it has Early Bird for an ability, does nothing. Has Life Orb for an item, has Dark Pulse, Fire Blast, Nasty Plot, and Hidden Power Grass. So I'm just going to go for the Drain Punch, just to be safe. Should knock it out. Very, very easy. Oh, I lost? Wow, what a surprise. Losing and having nothing go right for me. What a brand new experience. I'm so done with this. I'll find my way out of here, I promise. And then Icy, I'll find you, and I'll crush you. So keep an eye out, Icy. Coming for you. You're going to have a great time here. You don't remember your father at all, do you? Can't wait. I wish I could see the look on your face when you realize just what I did. well, that was pretty dark. There's not really much to do here in Prion Town, which, by the way, I really like the naming scheme of these areas. If you don't know, prions are essentially a very bad protein that are found in the brain. They're sometimes related with things such as Alzheimer's, I believe. The naming scheme is pretty dark for this area. It's either related to things of the mind, or, well, there is one other thing that I'll talk about in just a little bit. But for now, I want to go in this town, and I want to speak to this blonde-haired man. I heard that somewhere in Cortisol Road, east of here, there's an old parchment. As a history enthusiast myself, I'm rather quite interested in reading it. If you were able to find it and bring it to me, I'll be glad to give you a suitable reward. So we're going to keep that in mind for just a little bit. Also, over here we can talk to this blonde lady, and she'll give us a heart scale. She says it helps, or she hopes it helps, and I appreciate that. We also have a Chansey over here that will heal your Pokemon. So I can have the big spider following me around, which is pretty cool. I didn't think he would actually love me. Inside this room, we have a black belt here. He would like to trade Pokemon, and he would like to trade his Pokemon for any level 1 Pokemon. So in the past, you had to wait a little bit before you could do this trade. The reason being is you couldn't leave the realm, so you had to wait till you got to a later town and got access to a PC. But on the current version that we're playing, I can actually leave right now, go get that level 1, and come back to him. Because I love you guys oh so much, I actually took the time to head back to Telnor Town from here, and I grabbed a level 1 Pokemon. So we can now trade with this Pokemon, or with this black belt here, I mean. He's absolutely delighted, and he's going to give us a Delta Doduo. So he named it Dr. Brown. I'm pretty sure that's what the D stands for. It has to be. And again, actually I'm not, because it would probably be named Dr. Brown with DR instead of just D. I'm not really sure what's behind the name here. That was just kind of my first initial guess, but either way, there's not much else we can do here in Prion Town, so we're going to go ahead and try to leave the town. I will put the Dodo in the PC later. I see. Are you gonna go traveling through the Dream Realm? I've got a message to deliver for you, if that's the case. What do you mean, how do I know you? You're something of a celebrity down here. This is your Dream Realm, you know? Anyways, Adam says he's waiting for you at Airbus City. It's urgent. You're gonna want to head northeast as quickly as possible. You do not want to keep Adam waiting. So that is actually another town down here. It's called Airbus City, and I believe the reference is to the Greek god Airbus. Airbus is basically the god of darkness. Also, interestingly enough, his sister is called Nyx, and she is the goddess of the night, and she's used in quite a few video games like Persona 3. So that's cool. Also down here is going to be Cortisol Road. Cortisol is actually kind of going back to the anatomy naming scheme. This hiker over here actually tells you that it regulates stress within the brain, that it's a hormone that does so, and he's not wrong, he's actually right. However, it also regulates other things like fear, which is pretty interesting. Also, over here we're going to find the old parchment, so I want to point that out. And if we come up over here, we can actually find a hidden grotto. So I don't want to go in there, instead I want to save right here, and then I want to go in there. If we come down here, that's not what I want. So this is a Muno. We're looking for something else down here. Alright, so this is actually what I'm looking for right here. This is the Delta Chinchu. So this is a fire and ghost type line, which is pretty cool. Also, I should probably just throw Ultra Balls. It's a pretty decent Pokemon overall. I think it gets Tail Glow. It's not much of an offensive threat though. It's more of a support Pokemon. It's a Delta species discovered by Commander Phoenix. When it senses danger, it emits bright flames and fades into the shadows. It's kind of nice to start seeing some unique names on these Pokedex entries. So anyways, we did find the old parchment, so I'm going to go ahead and go back to Prime Town, and we're going to hand it over to the blonde guy and see what he has to give to us. So he's in this house, he hasn't gone anywhere. Kinda can't. Alright, can you take it please? Let me just grab that from you, if you please. Ah, lovely. Oh, I nearly forgot. You deserve a reward for sure. And he will actually give us the Bisharp. So that's pretty cool. Okay, pretty cool might be undercutting it just a little bit. Mega Bisharp, regular Bisharp that is, actually has Moxie for an ability. So with its stats, you could pretty much sweep through things. You could set up a sword stance and run through somebody's team, and even if a sword stance isn't enough, once you get going with Moxie, that's definitely enough. So anyways, I think we have enough time for one more battle, so I'm going to be saving right about here, and I'm going to reorganize my team just a little bit. I think I actually want to give my Metagross the Mega Stone for it, because I think Delta Metagross, would put in a lot of work right now. So it's probably in here somewhere. Alright, there we go. And I'm going to put my Arcanine in the front. There is a reason for this, and hopefully it works out. So I'm going to save right here, and we're going to move up these steps. Stop right there. We were doing so well, too. Persephone is insufferable. We tried to help her, bring her into our fold. It's a shame, really. Every person we fail to convert just makes our plan take longer to finish. And you see, I don't think we can exactly follow through with our mission of helping the world from down here. The Dream Realm, a desolate place. There's no easy way out, aside from using Darkrai's ability. I have a feeling you already know where this is going. This world can't survive without the person in which it resides. And if it's your dream realm, I see. It's a risky move, but it's the only one we see. Let's get it over with. It's a shame, too, I see. I would have loved for you to join us. Damian. Deal with him. Damian has such a good battle theme. I like it. But he's actually pretty strong, even though he only has 4 Pokemon, which is pretty weird. He only gets 5 on hard mode. So he starts off with the Deoxys, Pressure for an ability, Focus Sash for an item, has Psycho Boost, Low Kick, Knock Off, and Extreme Speed. So I'm starting off with the Arcanine to intimidate him, and to get an Extreme Speed off just to break that Focus Sash. Since I know that he's pretty much going to nuke most of my Pokemon and absolutely destroy them. Granted, Deoxys is pretty frail, so if you have multiple party members with priority, you can easily take it out. But I'm just going to send in my Metagross. I keep wanting to say Megagross. I'm going to Mega Evolve this here and just smack this with an Exeggutor. We've burnt his Focus Sash, so it's gone. There's no way it lives this. Delta Metagross has the Mold Breaker ability, so that's also pretty cool. He's going to go ahead and send in regular Metagross here, as Clear Body has Leftovers, has Meteor Mash, Earthquake, Bullet Punch, and Zen Headbutt. Doesn't matter, I have Earthquake, and it's Stab, so that's even better than his. So he can withdraw if he wants. That is completely fine. Right here, he's going to have the Delta Blastoise. It has the Delta Blastoise-ite. So it's going to Mega Evolve, end up with Mega Launcher. Has Dark Pulse, Vacuum Wave, Nasty Plot, and Aura Sphere. I don't think he wants this. So I'm just going to Earthquake again, since I think that's probably the best move here. It's unfortunate, because this probably won't knock it out. But that's completely fine right there. And then from there, he's going to send his Metagross back in. We're going to knock it out. And then finally, he's going to send in Shaman. Has Natural Cure for an ability, has Leftovers, has Air Slash, Energy Ball, Leech Seed, and Substitute. So it might hit me with an Air Slash. Ooh, it flinched me. That's kind of sad. If it didn't flinch me, I probably would have taken it out. That's kind of unfortunate. I'll send in Miss Magius right here. And I'll just go for the Blizzard. If he would stop flinching me. Thank you. I think a Moonblast should take it out. Although that'll probably take me out. It's kind of unfortunate. I think on hard mode, his Shaman is actually in Sky form, and it's really fun to deal with. So I'll just send in Bisharp. And I flinched. He's being kind of mean here with the flinch axe. The only Pokemon I have left with attacking moves is Charizard, so hopefully I can just Draco Meteor this thing, and we can be done with this. That is not at all how that was supposed to go. There was just too many flinch hacks. Fine. You're quite a battler. It's a shame you never chose to join us. You would have been excellent. We could have had the region in days. We'll need to find another way out of here. I sensed another legendary Pokemon down here. Perhaps they have a way to get out. Worst comes to worst. We could just stay down here. The people down here are corrupt. This would be the perfect place for us to help. I'll need to give this some thought. Let's go, Damian. Let's go, Damian. What are you doing? I said now. Yeesh. You give a kid something to look after. Their head grows 3 sizes. I like that. You know, he's still in there somewhere. So, right up here is going to be Cerebeam Town. I probably don't have to explain what a cerebium is to most people. It's the front and upper portion of the brain. Basically, whenever you see a picture of a brain, that's probably what you're thinking of. Most people don't draw the other parts. But I think we're going to be ending this episode, this part, right here. So we will explore this town in the next part. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it helps. And I will most definitely catch you all on the next part. Peace.